Hello there, fellow Monster Madness ghouls and goblins. You're currently hearing the voice of a girl with no name, and it's here with very, very clear intentions to sound the alarm. Before you listen any further, beware that frightful spoilers and deliciously explicit language lie ahead. For once you find yourself in the midst of those telltale bumps in the night and the haunting howls of host laughter and cinematic judgment, there is no turning back. Choose wisely.
Joe, you done bad. Y'all know what settles on bad ones, don't you?
Pumpkinhead.
Pumpkinhead? Y'all stop. There ain't no Pumpkinhead.
What about old Mr. Foley?
He moved away. Pumpkinhead
Teared off his head and drank all the blood.
did not.
Did too.
Shut up, Hesse.
Keep away from Pumpkinhead unless you're tired of living.
His enemies are mostly dead. He's mean and unforgiving.
Stop it!
Bolted doors and windows barred. Guard dogs prowling in the yard. Won't protect you till you're dead. Nothing there from Pumpkinhead. So keep away from Pumpkinhead.
Stop it!
Stop it!
Hello, and welcome to the Monster Madness Halloween Special. This, my friends, is the best time of year, and despite the fact that 2020 has been really fucking weird, we are at least trying to make the best of it by watching solid horror movies this spooky season. At this point, you know who I am, you know Dan, and Unfortunately, you know Matt. But you do not know our special guest just yet, but by the end of this episode, you shall. Join with us on Monster Madness to talk Halloween greatness and her favorite spooky movie. We have with us a woman who some of you know as JadedVader on Twitch and other social media, but I know her as Jack. How you doing?
I'm good. Good to be here.
I hope you talk like that the whole night.
The whole show.
Can you eat soda biscuits and talk like you're on NPR?
I can't. Soda biscuits. What the fuck is a soda biscuit?
Here, you're going to hear the infamous clackety-clack-clack of his search because he doesn't even know.
I saw the screen illuminate and I'm like, Google.
Oh, 100%.
Soda biscuits. It's a buttermilk biscuit.
Yeah, duh.
I can eat soda biscuits and talk like NPR.
I thought it was more of like a cracker, but
You were wrong.
I like crackers.
yeah, I guess I'm wrong.
I can't
Shocker,
talk
I'm
about
wrong.
cookies. Cookies are better than that.
That's true. Are we talking about the British biscuits? Because then it's cookies.
Well, and that's the thing. That's the gray area in baking.
Is that the only gray area in baking to you?
No, crisps are chips. Dogs and cats are
Wait,
living together. Mass hysteria.
Before we get into anything else, do you consider a hot dog a sandwich?
It's a fucking hot dog.
Are you talking to me?
Wait, okay.
No, I know you're.
We need to back up a little bit. Why?
I just want.
Who said a hot dog was a
I
sandwich?
need a fucking answer. I don't need to go
'Cause
deeper.
By definition.
By definition alone, it's meat between two slices of, like a slice of bread.
I thought you were gonna say a meat between two buns. I was like, that sounds like a holiday. So okay.
All right.
You really caught me off guard with this whole like
That-
it's a hot dog
I
a
know.
sandwich.
I know. You fucking
not-
just
I'm-
threw out soda biscuits.
He's
now,
overthinking it. It's a yes or no.
No, it's fine.
question.
yes or no?
I'm saying no.
All right, that's your stance, Jack.
What did I say on my Twitch channel? I don't remember.
You were leaning towards what I believe.
Is that it is a sandwich?
Yeah, that it is a sandwich.
It is I had salami and cheese on 2 slices of Myers today. I mean, it could have been a hot dog. It's a sandwich.
Exactly. Sandwich.
It's a sandwich.
Thank you.
It's just like people call a cheesesteak a sandwich.
'Cause
Or a
it is.
hogie. Or like they'll say it's a type
Cheesesteak
like
It ain't a fucking hoagie.
Well, they have it on the
No,
menu
it's not a hoagie.
under different there's certain places where you go.
A
and they
hoagie
have,
is a
like,
mess.
hoagies.
That's what it
and
is.
they have,
It's
like-
too much going on in a sandwich.
What the heck's that one place that says like hot subs?
He has something to
They have-
say. Fucking let him.
So the fact that you are talking about the fact that a cheesesteak is a sandwich, which I agree with, makes me have to rethink my stance that a hot dog is not a sandwich.
Exactly. If you didn't leave, I would have gotten to that point, but you're...
I had marital shit to handle. I'm hoping pretty close that Dan teaches you a marital lesson. He's not going to because you could kick his ass.
Oh yeah.
For sure. I got, like, the strength of a small fetus too,
Yeah,
so I'm just
she'll-
like super strong.
She'll pick it up and whack me.
What, my gut? Was that like a fucking reference to my belly?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you'll beat me with the baby.
Someone sleeping on the couch.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, going back to my notes.
This is one of the most delicious beers I've had in a very long time. It's called Red Drank.
Thanks for changing this topic.
Red Drank. Yeah, they did purple and orange drank.
That's a true fucking bro right there. Who's just like, let's talk about beer. Not the fact that you just insulted your fat growing wife.
No, I literally just wanted to talk about how good this beer is. I don't
You're
care
not fat.
about your big
I'm
bone.
just big boned. Yes. Virtual high five.
I spent my entire life telling people I'm just big boned, or that I'm cultivating mass.
Festively plump.
Festively plump. Well, it is cold in Wisconsin, so I need to stay warm.
Yeah, you need layers. I would, I know we joke about and like talk about me moving out there, but I think I would legitimately die in the winter.
I mean, you just don't leave.
You would have a huge jacket. You'd be like
That too.
all puffy.
Just a big
puffy wolf.
puffer.
I can't put my arms down.
Jackie, I assume you also live in Shitadelphia?
I live about an hour outside of
Yeah.
Oh, I said Philadelphia. Philadelphia.
Sorry, I saw an opportunity. I took it. I really have no problem with the city. I saw it. I took it.
Except one of its occupants.
Yeah.
You don't live in the city.
I used to. He didn't even fucking realize I was talking about me. That's how fucking far gone he already is.
It's not that. It's just that we have this like weird love-hate relationship where we like have we have like 4 really nice messages and then 85 really mean ones.
Yeah, that's true.
All my
Yeah.
messages are nice.
It's good.
No, that's true because
I
you're
like friends like that.
yeah, you're far nicer than your wife. Anyways, what I was trying to say is like you can always put more clothing on. When it's hot, you can only take so much off. So in winter, it's like I just put on 3 pairs of pants, 2 long sleeve shirts, and a jacket.
That's so much. That's so much.
That's fine. Have you ever white knuckle driven when you can't fucking see and your car is sliding? You haven't lived.
You're really selling Wisconsin to me.
He is actually to me because it's my bag.
I mean, we could have more conversations, like serious conversations, but in the 35 years I've been on this planet, I've been involved in 1 or 2 oh shit moments in a vehicle.
I mean,
Fuck.
Holy
I'm the
shit.
oldest person on this podcast.
What are you, 27? There you go. Just leave it at that.
Yeah.
So let me tell you this one story about the time I almost died. It was raining in February, already a bad time. We had played a show in Chicago, and leaving Chicago, we hit this big like pothole. And then, but it was like one of those like, ooh, like every one of us went, oh, okay. So we're driving back. It's about an hour and a half from Chicago to Milwaukee. Halfway, all of a sudden, when you're kind of turning on the highway, the wheel in the van would just like slip. So we're like, oh, that's not good. By the time we got to downtown Milwaukee, the brakes weren't working.
Oh.
Yeah, so then we left the van, took our shit out. I had to get back to Sheboygan. This is before I knew Alyssa. I had a date the next day at noon. Yeah, boy, had a date. So we called someone to come from Milwaukee to drive us to Sheboygan and back. And this is when it started raining, and it's like 2 in the morning. So we're driving, I'd say it's about an hour from where JR lived in Milwaukee to Sheboygan. And there's a stretch of highway that turns into 4 lanes because it splits into 2. And at one point, the guy was in the leftmost lane and then sliding all the way across all 4 and then back. So it was at this point so fucking slippery that like you couldn't turn. So I had to walk from about a quarter mile down like a really slippery slope and up to get to my parents' house because that's where I lived at the time.
Loser.
Because the guy couldn't feasibly like get down the road. I was like 22 at the time, so I was fiscally responsible.
Just let me say what I want to
No,
say.
that's fine. I'm not even arguing.
If we ever get famous, I want this anime.
Anonymity?
This whole story. Yeah.
And a anemone.
Yeah. Anyways, it was a fucking nightmare, and yeah, we broke the wheel knuckle in our van, and it was a very expensive fix. We played in a coffee shop in Chicago where you couldn't stand up in the basement, and it was dripping water, and we thought it was like the Silence of the Lambs basement, and the owner's name was Bill, so we called him Buffalo Bill behind his back. Yeah, it was fucking, yeah. That night, like, the only other night I had like that was Valentine's Day this year. Do you want that story too?
I mean,
Yes.
you're already halfway there. I barely heard the first story, so keep going.
Oh, well, you'll have it all recorded later.
Exactly.
So we played at a place called Club Garibaldi in Milwaukee. It was just a shit show. Like, we played fine, whatever. We loaded off stage, packed up our shit, loaded it out, stood outside to hang out. By the time we came back inside, the next band still wasn't on stage ready to play. And this is like 45 minutes because they had TV screens. Anyways, they took forever. The band after them was the one that we played with that we wanted to see. They got songs cut because it was bar close. Went to leave. The car wouldn't start. Got it jumped. Got on the highway. Got pulled over. Our bass player had recreational equipment on him. Anyways, cop let us go. I got home, showered. It's 4:15 in the morning. Going to bed. I slip in dog piss and fall on my ass.
I guess you didn't make it to the date.
That was the other
That was
story.
the other
Oh.
story.
Shit.
I try to tell you shit about my life, you guys, and you're just fucking assholes about it.
The only thing I'm taking from that is that you slipped in piss. You could have just told me this one time I slipped in piss.
We're not trying to be assholes.
No, I am. He scared the shit out of me earlier, so he deserves it. My heart dropped because he texted me and he's just like, "This day just got really fucking worse," or something like that. I'm like, "Oh my god, what the hell happened?" And he sends me the fact that Taco Bell is taking off shit on their menu. I was like, Matt, I legit was concerned.
I didn't mean for you to be legitimately concerned. So I had a rough morning. It involved my computer not working for work, spilling coffee. The two might be linked.
Computer?
No, it's my
They
work
are
computer.
linked.
Yeah, but whatever. I got to go pick up a new dock tomorrow. And then later in the day, I find out that Taco Bell took the Mexican pizza off the menu. I text Erika and I said, "This day just got a whole lot worse."
I always think it's the worst thing because you rarely say stuff like that to me.
Just send them
I'm
a
just like-
bad review.
What the fuck?
Well, it was so legitimately. I sent her the message, then I sent the picture, and it was the time it took for the picture to send that she freaked out. So it wasn't like I intended on doing it, but it really worked in my favor.
Of course it did. So we're still in the intro.
Wait, we're doing a podcast?
What?
You know what? I like this atmosphere. I hope you have me on more.
Hostility? Yeah, it's great.
I thrive.
I thrive in the chaos. Pace yourself, people. We're only still in the intro.
Yeah, start talking about the
Fucking
wrong movie.
you shit.
Just to continue with the intro, just to get out of the intro, before we get into the bulk of the episode, we have our atypical Monster Madness plugs. You can find Monster Madness on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, as well as all other obscure social media platforms that nobody else cares about. There are a few ways you can support our show if you feel so inclined. For the cost of nothing except a few minutes of your time, head on over to Apple Podcast or wherever you can write reviews and give us one. Unless you hate Matt and want to keep coming at him for liking raviolis.
I'll send you ravioli recipes.
That'd be nice, actually. You gave me one the other day, sans ricotta, and I really appreciated it because I hate that cheese.
Have you tried it yet, though?
No, you told me it yesterday, bitch.
We had potato soup today.
Ugh, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it because I'm so full still. You can also buy merch on tpublic.com or become a Patreon. I just want to get through the intro.
That's fine. I'm waiting.
The tone.
Oh, the tune. So without much further ado, on this very special Halloween episode, we will be taking a break from our slasher theme this season and hopping right back into our monster roots with a film that Jack has been trying to get me to watch for years, actually, and I finally have. So Jack, would you like to tell us what movie we will be breaking down tonight and your brief summary you so graciously wrote for us that we will eventually break down more in depth?
I would love to.
Excellent. I'm ready.
And I read this to my guy because I was like, is this too much me in this? Because I know how I can get. But you said you liked it. So let's just do this then.
Well, in all fairness, I only skimmed it because I wanted to be surprised.
All right, I'll surprise you then. I will surprise you. Okay.
Surprise.
So do I give some umph? Do I give my normal podcast umph, or do I just talk like a normal fucking person? I don't. This is my first time on the show.
You do you, boo boo.
Clearly, there's a lot of personality on this show.
Yeah.
So you can do whatever you want. You can do it in a Valley Girl accent if you want.
Fuck it, we're gonna do it live.
Fuck it, we're going live.
Fucking, that is such a deep cut. I'm so happy inside right now. All right, so we're gonna talk about Pumpkinhead, just for a couple minutes.
That's it? All that about personality, and you just go talking about pumpkin.
That was the whole paragraph.
This is Pumpkinhead.
Let's do pumpkin. That's big too.
The myth, the lore, the badassery of the Pumpkinhead dates back, far back, some might say. But our story begins in 1957. Set first in a rural town, and for the rest of the movie, of course, the film opens with a man fighting for his life, begging for help from a small family. And there's a demon hot on his heels. There's always a demon hot on someone's heels. But there is no help to be had. For in this world, help only spells death to good Samaritans. After that first death and a haunting semi-silhouette of our creature antagonist, we are thrust into the present day, because who gives a shit about what happened in the meantime? 1988. That little boy from the small, non-helping family is now all grown up with a boy of his own now. And Lance Henriksen, my fucking dudes, I love that man. I just need to put that in there. I talked about him on my own podcast a couple weeks ago, and it was good. But Ed Harley and his son have a grocery one-stop shop in the middle of fucking nowhere when big city folk roll through town, and as always, in classic big city folk, I guess, demeanor, they wreak havoc. And from there, the boy dies! No! And the father seeks vengeance on the asshats that took his entire world away. Somber. He gets his revenge from the same pumpkin-headed demon we saw in the beginning of the movie, from the help of a fearsome magic witch that's approximately 129 years old, but she's killing it. And vengeance is thus afoot. The big city shitheads die one by one until there's your final girl and the sorta mostly still alive final guy, and we see that the blood magic has come full circle. Ed Harley must die so that the demon dies, and he will be the next Pumpkinhead. The ultimate sacrifice is that of your own, and I kind of appreciate that. Why, thank you.
I have so many feelings about what you just did. Afoot. It's a great word. You started, and I thought you were just talking about yourself.
Oh.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah. The woman, the myth.
The man part didn't really pan out, but, it's just the myth and the legend.
Oh. I like this.
A couple other things happened in there I had some feelings about. I applaud. I applaud you. I actually want her to write every...
I know. Every single time we hate a movie, I'm going to be like, Jack, can you just watch this and kind of come up with something? Because the girl's got some writing chops.
I do. I like writing. I was excited to write that all day.
This is all I got. This is everything.
Nothing I can do for him.
When I was young,
I said there's nothing I can do.
I saw it. What?
What you want, Ed Hardy. Say it. Say it. Say it.
When I was young, folks used to talk about you, said as how you knew things. When a man had been wronged, he could come to you and he called upon this thing in that man's name, and that man, he'd be avenged.
What you ask got a powerful prize.
Okay, so before we get into discussing Pumpkinhead even more, like we typically do with movies, we'll go for the Wikipedia page.
Dive deeper.
We have a tradition around here where we discuss our favorite movies and some of our favorite holiday traditions on holiday episodes, past and present, and all that jazz.
We do?
It's been a while since we've done a holiday episode. So, Jack,
Yes.
what are some of your favorite things about Halloween, and what are some traditions that you had as a kid and some that you implement today?
All right, so I'm going to start with what my favorite Halloween... Okay, I just like how spooky it is. I'm a spooky Halloween bitch. I don't like the, Disney Mickey is a pumpkin Halloween decor, so I go real, graveyard, undead, demon vibe in my house, so I look forward to decorating every year, and we have a big-ass mantle and, a cabinet that I go ham on. That's a whole lot of fun, and I spend too much money every year, so I look forward to that, or I don't look forward to that, I don't know. But I really enjoy that. I like dressing up still, even though I'm a couple years away from being 40 fucking years old. Doesn't matter. And
Does not matter.
no, as a kid, aside from dressing up, I don't really remember any traditions, to be honest. I feel like that was a really long time. It was a really long time ago, but It was more just like, oh, get dressed and walk around the block.
I just remember like when we were kids, that it was just like such a different vibe. Like Halloween was a completely different holiday than it is for kids now. I mean, especially now this year is an exception to the rule in all sense of the word, because I have a younger daughter who's, knocking on 4. You have an older daughter. So her experiences aren't going to be walking into a neighborhood that is swarmed with kids and every single house is decorated and everybody's into the vibe in Northeast. Like, you remember what Northeast Philly looked like? It was just everyone on the block was decorated. Everyone on the block gave out candy, and it was only like a random few that didn't, and it was usually like the older people or the houses didn't have anybody living in them.
Yeah, the get off my lawn type.
Yeah, now I like, for my daughter, I know that your daughter has experienced walking through the neighborhood because she has come trick or treat at my old house. So I remember her walking the neighborhoods and stuff like that. And I don't remember how vivacious those people were in that neighborhood, but like, I think she's just going to experience like these bullshit trunk or treats, which I get that they're safer and, it allows for kids to experience it in their own way, but it's just such a different vibe. Some part of me is just like, well, that kind of sucks that you're never going to have that experience of like hardcore trick or treating. Like I did, like with a huge pillowcase filled to the brim with candy.
A community event. It was like a
community.
Everybody's looking forward to this, even though you had to put a fucking coat on to hide your costume and bitch the whole way about it because your parents were like, you'll get sick. You still did it, and you were still happy about it. I definitely miss those days. Yeah. And we try to do, like, I have one niece, because I have one sister, and she had one child, too, like I did, and we always get together every Halloween, and this year we're like, we'll just send selfies.
Yeah, exactly. That's what sucks and is the exception to the rule with this year. Like, me and Daniel were talking briefly. We didn't get into a whole conversation about it, but like maybe doing like a little party just for our daughter here, like with special snacks, and she can pig out on candy and then crash in a ball of sugar later in the night, just so she has that fun. Because we did get her a costume. She is obsessed with Rey from Star Wars, so we got her a little Rey costume, and she has a lightsaber. And she tries to abuse us with it all the time. So there's that. But I did say that next year that she has to be a monster. Like, she has been cute her entire life thus far. By the time I was her age, I had already been Frankenstein. So I'm a little bit miffed that we're going with these cutesy little costumes. I'm like, I want her to have blood dribbling on the side of her mouth and her to be like, ah.
I remember you being a Dalmatian pushed around in a stroller because I'm older than you.
I don't know about this.
I was Spot.
I wish I
You were
had pictures
Spot,
of
yes.
this.
I have a picture, bitch. It's right over there.
Of the Dalmatian?
Yeah, I have a picture of me, her, and my brother. We went out for trick-or-treating, and I fell asleep being pushed in my stroller. I was told. It was my first time going out, I think. I think I was like maybe 1.5, 2. But yeah, I had a black spot. I had little ears, my little curly cues, and you were Catwoman, and he was Batman.
Yep. I hated those fucking ears because I wanted them to be spiky like hers were, and they were like, soft and round, and I was like, this is lame. And my mom was like, I don't know how to sew like that.
Has nobody seen Batman? She's in leather. Yeah, that is probably one of my favorite Batman costumes. Out the window? Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh, yeah,
I love her, Catwoman. It was that. What would you say? Do you have a favorite costume when you were a kid?
Leonardo, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
There it is. That's a good one. I remember you being a big fan of them. You still are a big fan of those.
I am. My parents, we couldn't just like be like afford to buy all kinds of like fancy ass costumes and stuff. So what they did was, and I remember my next door neighbor, I was best friends, his name was Luke, and his parents were in the same kind of boat, and he was Raphael and I was Leonardo, and they just spray painted the tops of trash cans and attached them to our backs, and that was our turtle shell. That was our carapace, and I was like, I'm into it.
But that's awesome. That's like an awesome handmade costume. My favorite costume, I was always like a universal monster because my dad would have no other, like, he would not allow for anything else. He's like, you're gonna be Dracula and you're gonna like it. You're gonna wear those uncomfortable little teeth that literally if you open your mouth too much they spring out and like and like cut your lips open. and you're gonna like it.
It's better than the wax one. It's better than the wax ones.
True. He's like, and your mother's gonna draw a
She's not
widow's
wrong.
peak really epically on your forehead that almost goes down to your unibrow. But my favorite costume, my dad was like, you gotta be the mummy this year. You haven't tapped on that one. And then next year's Wolfman, but I think I was Queen Amidala the following year, but that's beside the point. And then I stopped trick-or-treating because anthrax happened. But because of course. I was a mummy. My grandmother got these long johns because she didn't want me to have to wear a coat, and she got gauze and kind of dyed it, made it look really like dirty, and like wrapped it up and stitched it all over me, and had like they were hanging off me, and then I just had like this mummy mask. It was the coolest costume. I'll post a picture of it because I'm gonna post pictures of all of us at Halloween. Matt, I'll recycle you as
I was
a
like,
fucking
I only
clown.
have one of me.
I'm gonna
I was like,
recycle.
there's more pictures of Matt? What?
I doubt it.
Just me provocative.
You want a bearskin rug?
Yeah. Oh, it's looking.
If you could actually send me a picture of you in a bearskin rug this year and be like, this is Matt as a kid. He's always looked 37.
Matt with his
5?
35, whatever. I was close.
I'm 37.
No, Jackie's 27. Don't even.
I'm 27. I was just lying.
I can Photoshop it. Just have Alyssa take a picture of you laying on the floor. You know I can Photoshop it.
So one of my favorite costumes, I was a knight when I was like 10 years old.
Yeah, I'm going to post
And
that
then
picture.
another one was I was the dude from Scream. That was fun. That was like probably one of my last times.
Are you going to talk about the time you were a tampon?
Wait, which dude?
Oh yeah, it was a tampon once. I was in college. No, I wasn't a tampon.
Oh
I was
no,
a
your
whore.
friend was a tampon.
My friend was a tampon. I was a whore on a bicycle.
Yeah, he was.
he was
like,
my
on a
tampon.
tricycle. He literally
It's very specific.
Huh.
is wearing like leopard print,
Huh.
a wig, and he has on his chest, which makes no sense if you're being a female like slut bag.
I don't know. I
The
don't know.
man,
I was
the
like
myth,
10,
the legend
10, 20,
within
How old were you?
Ooh.
College.
like
He was
18,
in college.
19 years old.
Okay.
20.
Freshman year.
So you were at
Freshman
least
year.
okay. You were at least old enough that this isn't like super weird, but it's still kind of weird.
They had a Halloween costume.
I
came in
Why?
second.
What's the significance of the tricycle?
Yeah, I was about to ask,
That's
where
what I
did you
can't
even
figure
get
out.
the tricycle?
It was outside, and I just was like, I don't feel like walking. So
You
I
stole
grabbed-
someone's tricycle?
No, I put it back. We
You're like,
put it-
do you want to play a game?
we put it back. It wasn't a tricycle. It was a bike. It was just a
I'd
bike.
like to play a little game.
I don't know why I picture Dan on the tricycle like Saw.
There's a
but,
picture of
but
this.
talking like the war games. Like, do you want to play a game?
It's
There's a picture of this on my Facebook somewhere.
Oh, I know. I'm
Can
gonna
we
find
go
it.
back to this moment?
Oh God, this is great.
I wish I knew you back then.
One of my favorite
and me
costumes
both.
was like last time I trick or treated. I was the guy from Scream.
Moments
was
of-
fun.
Oh,
What
good for
guy?
you.
So like
Yeah.
last year, or
And then other
Ghostface?
holiday stuff that
Ghostface,
I used to do when I was a teenager is we used to always go to like the famous like even in New Jersey when I lived in Jersey there was like a farm and they had like this haunted house. It was like always like the hayride, the haunted houses, and then like these other like haunted things in like fields and like the people always jump out, scare you.
So like a typical haunted house.
Yeah, so those were like always the fun things that we do, and now we kind of do that now because we live in Pennsylvania and we go to Shady Brook Farm.
She's trying not to laugh.
Yeah. So that's what we do.
I'm super excited, really excited to go to haunted houses this year.
I don't know if they're gonna happen, my friend.
They're gonna wear a mask.
Well, and here's the maybe you have to wear a mask, but when you live in rural Wisconsin and you go to more rural Wisconsin, I hope they exist. That was half the booze, half just me trying to tell a story.
All right, so
Movie time.
What
No,
movie are
hold
we
on,
talking about?
I got one more motherfucking question
Hit
for
this.
Jackie.
Ooh.
God, not for
Hit me.
you. I already know all these answers for you.
Jackie, can we be friends?
I would love to be friends. Matt.
Fuck yeah.
God, you're integrating more and more to my life, Matt. I don't like it.
You're right. You love it.
I say I don't even have a good fucking comeback. You keep doing this to me.
She's like, fuck.
I think I'm 2 for 2.
Erika is legendary with comebacks, so that surprises me.
It happens quite a bit. Like her and I are a very equal match because there's a lot of times she'll
it's hard.
shit.
It's a hot shot.
There's a lot of
That
times
too.
she will say shit, and it's like I have no idea what to even say to this. It's great.
And my day is made.
Mm-hmm.
So besides Pumpkinhead, is there any other movies that you are like must watches for you during the spooky season? Because I know you've seen like 3 horror movies.
I have seen more than 3 horror movies. You've said that twice now. I love.
You guys seen Halloween?
Yeah, I love Halloween. I love the original, but I also love Danny McBride's. So that's come into rotation too.
Yes, bitch.
And I'm bummed about the delay of the second one. That fucking
Same.
sucks. I'm a Nightmare on Elm Street person, but I can't watch that often because then it gets into my head and then I can't sleep. But the one with Jackie Earle Haley was pretty damn good, so I'll give that. And I mean, like, listen, I have more in my Christmas rotation than my Halloween rotation, but I love like Paranormal Activity and The Conjuring. Like, I'm more of a spooky bitch in that way. In the this could actually really happen because that scares me.
You like
more.
to be utterly terrified to things that you cannot physically
Ooh.
see. What?
Yeah, and It, Chapter 1 and 2.
Good call. Good call.
Not
Those are good.
Halloween, but they're still,
No, I would definitely. I mean, those are on my like list of movies that I'm like I have to watch during like the Halloweeny time. I love. I mean, you know that I clearly
It's Halloween time now.
Yeah, anytime a month ends in a burr,
It is.
it's Halloween time. But I mean, all year round, I'm watching horror movies. So it's like the last 2 days because I got my TV working in my office. Thanks Verizon for blocking the internet to my Roku.
Oh, I thought you finally just plugged the power.
No, you fuckwad. I know how to do that.
Did you turn it off and turn it back on?
Yeah, no, literally I had to go on to my Verizon account and for whatever reason, out of all the things I have hooked up to my Wi-Fi, they blocked my Roku Express. And I'm like, why?
Did they tell you why?
No,
'Cause they
literally
suck.
the dumb bitch who was like in the chat and I was like, why? Because every time I tried to save the like I would click the like to unblock it and I would hit save and it's like, oh sorry. And I'd be like, why can I not fix my own devices? Why are you blocking this? She's like, you have to do it from your phone. You can't do it from a desktop. I'm like, well, that makes fucking clear
What?
sense. And so I went on my phone and I unblocked it and then I was able to use it.
But that still doesn't explain why they blocked it.
She could not tell me. She said I did it. I was like, why would I do that when I've blocked nothing? Why would I block my own shit from my own house? Karen.
Fucking
This is
Karen.
going to be both. This is going to be both a dig and a compliment.
To me, I'm ready.
Yes. You don't even know how to log into your router. Like, I had to help you through that. So how would you know how to block something? Do you know what I mean?
Bitch,
Like,
we were trying to do retro pie shit. That was way beyond my fucking scope.
and at no point did I say that it should be within your scope. That's why I said this is both me making fun of you and
I
complimenting
don't know.
you.
I heard no compliment in that. I heard zero.
But it's beyond your technical
Dan's
limitations. Do you know what I mean? And that's just the way it is. Like, if I needed to know how to make a pie, I would call you.
I don't know how to make fucking pie, so that's a bad call.
You fucking could have just been the
the fuck
baking
do you mean
queen
I
of
don't?
monster. Oh my god.
Bacon, I mean.
I was trying to compliment you with something that like women's do. Bacon's.
I'm gonna smack the shit out of you with that.
Me?
Not you.
You know goddamn well
Woman's.
that I'm the cooker in this house, so you could turn that around real quick.
I've seen
Oh,
that sweet meat.
Fucking we were talking about cooking and baking all goddamn day.
True. Unrelated. How's your butthole doing from that mac and cheese?
Great. I haven't shit myself once.
I'm coming into this exactly where the listeners are coming in, that I don't know what's going on, but I like it.
I don't even know how much of this gets edited out, so
Oh
I
no,
just
the
don't-
butthole
whatever.
comment's staying in.
That's fine. Yeah, I ate Flamin' Hot Cheetos, macaroni and cheese. It was hotter than a fucking witch's titty. Didn't shit myself yet.
I hope you sneeze during the recording
Oh, shit myself.
and then just run off camera.
Squeezing cheeks.
Oops, sorry.
I have new shorts on. I don't want to get doo-doo butter in them.
Ew, don't ever say those words to me again.
Oh, man.
Would do you prefer a
I'm done.
duke?
Got it, bro. What's wrong? It's got Kip. What's got her? That's a thing. What thing, man? It's a thing. I don't know. It's a thing. Dad, where? Come on, man. Kip. Come on, man. Tracy, come on. Kip. Kip. Oh my God. Kip.
Come on!
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
This film premiered on October 14th in 1988. Did you know it had a runtime of 86 minutes? It was rated R, and it falls into the genre of horror and fantasy.
This film was directed by Stan Winston, and it was written by Ed Justin, which it was based off his poem, which I don't know if you guys knew. It was based on a poem.
I did not know that.
Mark Patrick Caducci. Stan Winston. It was also written by Stan Winston, Richard Weinman, and Gary Girarni. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Sorry, man. Some taglines for the film: cruel, devious, pure as venom, all hell's broken loose. The demon of revenge. For each of man's evils, a special demon exists. ... A grim fairy tale. Not bad, considering some of the other taglines that we've heard that are not taglines. So, why don't you say the budget, because I don't know who took over that.
I'll let Jackie handle it. She's far more prepared than I am.
The budget was $3.5 million, and the box office was 4.4.
Not bad. For a horror movie, no.
Good.
Nobody heard your clapping. I don't know if it was silent or...
It was making it rain.
I gotta lean. You gotta lean with the...
Well, sorry, I just...
Lean with it.
Sorry. There's his little...
Sorry.
His Wisconsin Canadian, North Dakota.
North Dakota is 2 states away.
I understand, but my accent always morphs from Wisconsin Canadian to North Dakota when I make fun of you.
They're pretty much one and the same at this point.
True that. So the plot that we're finally getting to for Pumpkinhead. Jackie covered the brief synopsis, but we're going to do a little bit more in depth as we normally do. Let's see.
We have to?
We do.
That's fine.
I don't know why I sounded like I was going on a swing.
All the way home, Erica.
In 1957, Tom Harley waits inside his farm's cabin with his wife and young son, Ed. A doomed man seeks sanctuary at Tom's cabin. I always think of these names. I'm sorry, I'm going to laugh. When they... It's
pretty bad.
No. Whenever there's I wouldn't even say an old-timey name, but a name like, this is my son, Ed, or this is my kid, Gary. At one point or another, that little baby, they're just
this is little Gary.
Yeah, this is my baby Gary.
This is Gary.
Isn't he cute? This is my baby Ed. Nobody would say
This is Edward.
And I don't know why. I literally just thought that and couldn't get through it without laughing. So I had to.
Do you want to hold Edward?
No, Edward I can understand, but if he's
name's
this is my
Ed.
little
Ed.
baby Ed. Isn't it cute? I was ooh. He just seems like an ugly baby.
Oh,
anyway. I couldn't get through without laughing because that's right where my mind went. A doomed man seeks sanctuary at Tom's cabin, but Tom refuses and threatens to shoot him if he does not leave. Watching through a window, Ed witnesses the man caught and killed by a monster. Still laughing at Ed. So yeah, you get the silhouette of some very tall, alien-looking creature. In the present, Ed Harley owns a small store in the country. He leaves his young son Billy alone while he runs errands. Now, as a parent, would you leave your 7-year-old to be watch the store, kiddo?
No.
With these hooligans dirt biking. First of all,
No.
I'm not that person that's get off my lawn. But if these people were dirt biking by my store, I'd be can you get the fuck away? People are trying to live their lives. I don't want to hear this shit.
Outside of my goddamn store. No.
But seriously, they bought their shit and I am asking you because they bought their shit and they just fucking go. Yeah, I'd be this is the fucking country for a
you
reason.
man enough? I'm I'm sorry. Are dirt bikes manly? What?
I don't know. He had to do a little jump. He was
this is the country for a reason. Go fucking somewhere else. And they're surrounded by dirt. They do not need to be near the store jumping.
It's all that dog's fault.
Yeah, fun fact, it was filmed in LA, so
it felt like the South.
It did. But it wasn't.
Especially with haggis.
That's my bitch.
This is my baby haggis. What the fuck?
Rachel, let's burp haggis.
Oh,
no.
she spit up a little. Oh, haggis.
Didn't we talk about haggis last week?
We did
time.
we did mention haggis. Well, I don't think we were recording, but I think we did mention haggis.
She's
Because we talked about what actually haggis is.
She's
Haggis is like fucking oatmeal and other disgusting shit, and like
Yeah, it's like a mincemeat pie in a stomach lining.
I'm telling you, haggis was a hottie. Haggis was a hottie when she was young.
I don't know about that. I think haggis was always old and scaly looking. I think she always kind of looked like baby Voldemort.
She went around the ringer.
We've seen some shit. So has haggis.
Oh yeah.
She's already damned, but we'll get there.
Oh, it's my favorite fucking line.
Yeah, I made a note of that too. I was like, that's a cool line. He leaves his young son Billy alone while he runs an errand. A group of teenage campers stop by Harley's, and while riding their dirt bikes, they mortally injure Billy. One teen, Steve, stays with the boy until his father's return. The rest flee the scene. At their cabin, the campers fight about whether or not to call the police. There was no fight. The guy ripped the fucking cord out of the goddamn wall. But whatever.
Why'd they put a blanket on him? Or no, they put a jacket on him. Like, put a jacket
You gotta
on.
keep him warm.
I legit thought you farted, Matt. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh no, it's just my mouth sounds.
I was
like, why did they
why
put
is
it-
nobody noting this?
I'm like, why did they have to put a jacket on him? It's like
I think
100.
it's just
It's
one of-
100 degrees outside.
I think it's just one of those things where,
Like when you die, I'm cold.
yeah. Haggis.
He didn't even really get hit. He barely got hit.
Take me to haggis, Dad.
Well, they're not going to show it. That was the thing with this movie, is even though it was rated R, they didn't really show as much gore as. That was my only complaint, is that they didn't show as much gore as I wanted. Obviously, they're not going to like mutilate a fucking kid and be like, "Here, kiddo, we're going to have your face hanging off."
I love how the
Cut
dog.
his intestines out.
Did they ever show like the dog after that?
Jesus
after that
Christ.
scene?
No, I think the dog just was just
Like,
like,
what happened to the
Fucking
dog?
motorbike.
All I cared about was that dog. That whole scene, I'm like, if that fucking dog dies, I'm turning this movie off. Fun fact, my childhood dog's name was Gypsy.
Anyway, Joel, who is personally responsible for the boy's injury and is on probation for a similar incident, didn't actually catch that at all, that
Did he
he
kill
had
somebody else?
almost killed a fucking other person with his stupid ass. Rips out the phone cord, knocks one of his friends unconscious, and locks him and a girl in a closet to stop them from contacting the authorities. Let me tell you how fucking quickly I would have busted that door down. I would not just be calmly sitting in there and being like, okay, Joel.
We're locked in.
Nope.
Oh, we're gonna wait.
I've always said this to my dad because
We're gonna wait.
my dad once, when I lived with him, gave me this pep talk when I was like getting older and like I was able to go to bars and stuff like that. He gave me this pep talk of like how to not get kidnapped. And if you know my dad, which Jack does and Daniel does, and you know of Mickey,
I don't know nothing of this
Matt,
story.
he gave me like this pep talk of like, if you were to get kidnapped, I was like, Dad, we don't even need to have to go any further in this conversation, because I'll be so fucking annoying that they'll just be like, get the fuck out of my van.
Hashtag truth.
Like, I will tell them, do whatever you want from me, but you're going to have to fucking kill me, because I'm going to sing like a canary. None of this, I'll kill your whole family. Fucking kill them all, because I will tell everybody who you are and what you did. But literally, if like this little bitch locked me in a closet, I literally would just be like, okay, you gonna let me out? Hello?
You fucking would. You fucking would.
Hours.
And I'd be in that closet with you. And
No,
I feel
you
like
wouldn't.
I
You're
would
way
be
stronger
safe.
than I would have been. You would have strong-armed Joel, and we would have never been in that situation. We've been able to get the fuck out of there.
True.
So if you're in there,
You would have got all stabby.
yeah, Jackie
I
can
would
find
get
some.
stabby.
Yeah, she immediately puts her fucking keys in between her fingers if she feels something is awry. I've seen it.
No, when I run on the trail, I live in a very nice, pleasant area now. I grew up in Philadelphia and I lived there for 27 years. No, how old am I?
Humble brag.
I lived there for 29 years. Now I live in a very
You're,
nice area.
no, shh, you're only 27, so you've
I'm
lived there since the day you were born.
Yeah, pretty much.
She
I'm
has
still living
transcended
there.
time.
She's been running.
But in the next part of my life, I'm going to live in a really nice area. And when I run on the trail, I still have my keys between my fingers. Because fuck everyone.
I call bullshit because no one runs, because running is terrible.
It's fun.
Let me just tell you a quick story about Jackie and her immediate on the defense. We were walking in the woods one time, and we were like deep in the woods. Like we kind of went off-roading. And because I think we were taking pictures or some shit. I don't know. I don't remember. But I just remember some creepy dude fucking just popped up out of nowhere. And we were by ourselves. Immediately, she had the largest stick I've ever seen a human hold in her hand.
Just like those pictures of
And
little...
she looked like fucking Babe Ruth about to like knock one out of the fucking park. Like she was.
Did you point?
She's
You're
you're
I
fucking.
put Erika behind me because I was like, she's little and young, and it's my duty to kill this motherfucker.
She's still little and young.
It's true.
But yeah, he was just like a creepy dude, and I vaguely remember him like kind of like smirking at us as he walked by, as we're like literally like
He did.
standing there, fucking red, like in a gauntlet. Like we're just like we came up on a Final
Like,
Fantasy
try it.
enemy. Yeah, like we will fucking
Try and find out.
turn you into a tree.
Fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
He's probably like, this is a shortcut. I'm just gonna walk.
I'm just trying to go home.
Oh look, two
No,
girls.
because we didn't follow any path.
No.
Like we were just.
Yeah. No, we were on a very thin bike path. I remember that because there was very like a thin line we could walk, but he appeared out of nowhere. Back to Pumpkinhead. Egg goes to see a witch, Haggis, and offers her gold, but she says
Haggis!
She says resurrecting the dead is not within her power. Instead, Ed says that he wants revenge. Apt. I would as well. The witch agrees to help, but warns him that vengeance comes with a terrible price. On her orders, Ed goes to an old graveyard in the mountains. He kind of just walked down the road. Digs up a corpse and brings it back to the witch's home. The witch uses blood from the father and son to resurrect the corpse, which rises as a gigantic spindly? The fuck is that word? Demonic monster named Pumpkinhead.
Pumpkinhead.
I'm into it.
Bum, bum, bum,
I'm so into it. Pumpkinhead.
For sure. I mean, I thought that whole thing was pretty awesome. I like the witch. I like the thing. I like the revenge because, like, let's be honest here. Ed's kind of a loner. He has a kid. I don't. Did they ever say what happens to his wife? Like, did I miss?
She died. She died.
She died at some point, and then when he's burying his son, he's just like, they took our boy Lily or Lily.
Okay, I just want. I wasn't sure if
I don't
like
know.
he was just kind of talking out loud or I don't know.
I thought the town, like the little community, was a little creepy.
Oh, you mean like the Hills people from
like,
Red Dead?
That's what we thought they were, like hill people from Red Dead. Like these people are.
The Skinners.
Yeah,
freaking, yeah, these
100%.
freaking incest people. I was like, what the heck is going on? with
Grandpa,
this shit?
they want you.
Like I thought it was weird. Like the one little boy who was like, I don't know, he was sleeping in bed with like 5 other people.
Can I also listen? I'm going to go back just to the very beginning. Can we talk about how the credits were 2 minutes and 40?
Oh, we
skipped them.
We sped that shit up.
I was like, oh boy.
I timed it. I took my motherfucking phone out and I was like, we're going to time this. 2 minutes and 48 seconds.
Did something happen after the credits that I missed?
I
No.
don't think so. Cause
I am shocked you watched the entire movie. The fucking last week you got 44 minutes into it. You're like, nope. Because I saw it on my Plex. I'm like, he got 44 minutes in.
So, okay,
Fuck this
there's
shit.
a couple things here. I had seen both of these movies before. Pumpkinhead surprisingly better than the first time I watched it.
There you go.
So, yeah, Jackie wins. The town that said it.
The town that dreaded sundown.
Thank you. My wife wanted pizza, so I left.
I know it's better than this movie. Pizza.
Yeah, driving
what is
15
pizza
minutes to
not
get
better than?
pizza. I have pizza tattooed on my leg, Jackie.
I would like to see that. I love it.
I got a cramp. I got a cramp doing that.
Of course you did. So back at the cab. Okay, before I move on, I just want to say that if someone harmed my child, mortally or not mortally, my revenge is unwavering. I just want to state that right now because I have one glowing issue with this movie, and I'm just going to preface with saying right now, before I get to that paragraph, is that my revenge is unwavering.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Mhm.
Like he really gave up on his kid pretty damn early.
We'll get there.
We will.
Shut up. Shut up.
All right then. Back at the cabin, Joel begins to experience remorse for his actions and determines to turn himself into police. He didn't seem that remorseful. He kind of did run away. No. The monster, however, has already arrived. One of the girls, Maggie, hears a voice whispering her name. Seemingly hypnotized, she follows the voice outside the cabin. Steve brings her out of her trance, but Pumpkinhead kills him. Poor Steve. He was actually one of the good ones.
He was the only good one.
Yeah, honestly. First of all, his
girlfriend,
girlfriend Maggie, I was like, I understand what you just went through is super traumatic.
The catatonia.
Are you
I
like
need to
defending
sound-
her?
Can I sound? No. Fuck no.
Okay,
Fuck
go ahead,
Maggie.
sound off.
I need to sound off. That catatonia where she was just like singing fucking church songs immediately after Billy is felled by a dirt bike. I was like, bitch, what is this?
Mary had a little lamb. I'm like, what is going on here, bitch? You're like,
I've been
'cause, like,
traumatized.
I understand, like, that is a horrific thing to see, like, a kid get injured. Obviously, they toned it down for the movie for whatever reason, but, like...
he's probably fucking beating her.
Steve would never.
Steve would
How dare.
never.
Don't talk shit about Steve.
Joel would beat a bitch, but
That's what I
Steve
mean.
never. She just, like, took it over the top. Like, she made it about her. And I'm like, calm down.
Mm-hmm.
Just, you're here, you need to be down here. So... Ed experiences the murder through the monster's eyes. Pretty cool. While the campers search for Steve, Pumpkinhead drags away Maggie, and Ed again experiences the ensuing murder. He returns to the witch and begs her to stop the monster's actions. The witch says that Pumpkinhead cannot be stopped, and Ed will die if he interferes with the killing spree. And then she states Jackie's favorite line.
Well, he says, God damn you, God damn you. And she says, he already has. And I fucking live.
That was a good impression.
Thank you. I've been doing that shit for 20 years.
Haggis has entered the chat. Haggis. So Joel confronts Pumpkinhead with a machete. Not smart. But it swats him aside and drags off Kim, who it drops from a fatal height. That bitch got off easy.
That was my scariest death.
Really?
I was like, don't drop me. I can't fucking stand heights. Put my fucking throat through a window. I'd rather that.
So you would rather to go through what like Steve went through, where he's just being like literally whipped from end to end by this giant monster,
yes,
fully alive, seeing his bones breaking and this fucking mutant attacking him versus just being like kaboop.
Yeah. Don't hold me by my fucking head like you're this big monster that you are, and I can clearly fucking no.
But think about that. His hand is so massive. She can't fucking see that she's, 6 stories up in a fucking tree. And she died instantly. She Gwen Stacy'd. She was done.
I don't want to Gwen Stacy. Put me through hell first. I'll deal with it.
You are just one of a kind. The 3 remaining campers unsuccessfully beg the locals for help. Ed arrives and shoots Pumpkinhead, but when Joel checks to see if the creature is still alive, it grabs a fallen rifle and impales him with it. Booyah. A local boy, Bunt, didn't know that was his name, helps the 2 remaining campers, Tracy and Chris.
Wait. His name is Bud.
It says Bunt.
No, his name is Bud.
Is it Bud?
It's Bud.
I don't get why Bud
Like
helped
Bunt,
him. After he was banging his sister, he was just like...
Like a bunt cake? No.
I'll go help you.
Like B without the D, B-U-N-T. Like,
oh, you're
see you
banging
next
on my
Tuesday.
door. I'll come help you.
Yeah.
I agree with him, though, because I'd be curious enough.
But here's my favorite thing. Bunt, or Bud, is like, I ain't going to near that bitch Haggis, but I'll fucking go face to face to Pumpkinhead?
Yeah, like why?
I think the curiosity would boil and bubble over to that point. It certainly would for me. I'd be like, Haggis, I want to meet a bitch. Pumpkinhead, I want to meet a bitch. That's where I'm at.
I'd rather hang out with that wrinkly old bitch every single day of the week than fucking be like, what up, Pumpkinhead? Nah. I do not care enough about people I don't know to fucking put myself in that type of situation. So Tracy and Chris reach an abandoned church, which is probably one of my favorite scenes, just imagery-wise, to see Pumpkinhead inside this church with like these fucking huge lights that are coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, multiple light sources. It's good. We have many moons.
I'm Pumpkinhead. I need backlighting. Bunt relates the legend of the monster Pumpkinhead, explaining that the monster avenges one who is wronged. If anyone tries to stop Pumpkinhead or help his victims, that person becomes marked too. Chris's dirt bike fails to start after Pumpkinhead removes the drive chain. He lifts up the bike with Chris still on it and throws it against a tree. He then drags Chris back to Harley's house where Tracy, Bunt, and Ed have taken shelter. So Pumpkinhead captures Bunt. Ed stumbles out of the barn but is accidentally stabbed in the arm by a pitchfork. Like, did he just walk right into it?
The line from his flamethrower torch thing got caught on a nail, and it pulled him, and he went right into the pitchfork.
I thought he just like kind of fell into it.
I just want to say that I have an odd fear of pitchforks.
They're pretty sharp.
You think? And it's one of my like obscure fears, like that, and like attacks. I don't like pointy things. So I just don't want to be stabbed.
I don't think we own a pitchfork.
Thankfully.
Where did this fear of pitchforks come from?
Exactly.
I mean, I don't really know.
She's scared of them. We don't even own one.
Your dad does, I think. But I don't like looking at it. Because I just feel like, what if that falls on me? And I think it stems from Halloween 6, when that bitch gets stabbed with the pitchfork in the beginning. Like, that just is... Because they always have them propped up in a really dangerous way. Like, you're going to walk right into that, and I'm going to catch my eyeball or something.
You don't ever have
Just put it down. Just put it down.
That's what I was about to say.
It's like...
Any way you store it, you always store it fucking down.
Here's the thing.
In the grass, you stab it into the ground, and it stands there.
Here's the thing.
It's never standing up.
He has... Matt has...
I have 2 points to make here. That's why I left the deuces up.
Okay, can you remember both of them?
Yes. Are you both done?
Yeah, go.
Hit us.
Oh, you know what's really bad is I forgot one.
See?
Oh, no. I remember him. Real quick, the first one, I'm sick of Jackie puffing up her Eagles sweatshirt. No one
because it
fucking
keeps
cares.
falling forward. It's bothering me.
Yeah, no one likes the Eagles. So the second one, so you're talking Packers, whoop whoop.
Go Pack.
Go Pack, go. So
Cheese.
I like cheese. Fuck yourself. So my brother used to collect swords. Okay, all goes into you and your pitchforks keeping down. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So he would have the swords hanging down the wall, and there was one time where he was leaning behind his computer and stood up, and a sword poked him in his forehead, and because of how it was mounted, he had to go have stitches.
Does he have
That's
a
my
scar?
worst
Does he have
nightmare.
a scar?
I'll text him real quick. But he had to go get stitches, and he drove stick shift at the time.
Oh man, he's got a scar, doesn't he?
I'll ask him. Do you have a scar from the sword?
Stabbing you in the head.
It's the most random fucking thing.
He says random, but yes.
I love immediate texters. I
sucks.
really do. Tell them we appreciate that.
Said it came up on a podcast.
There it is. So both Ed and Pumpkinhead cry out in pain, and Pumpkinhead releases Bunt. Ed notices that Pumpkinhead's head is turning more human, then realizes that he and Pumpkinhead are one. The only way to kill the monster is to die himself. I did like at this point that, Ed was getting all like freaky eyed and like, meh. I did enjoy that.
I thought Ed
Feeling
pushed out.
Feeling it.
Well, I will get to my opinion of that in a minute, because I have one paragraph left. Pumpkinhead grabs Tracy by the neck, but before he can kill her, Ed shoots himself in the head. Pumpkinhead momentarily collapses to the ground, then grabs Bunt again. Tracy takes the gun, and Ed begs her to finish him off. Ed, now fully metamorphosed, tries to attack Tracy. She shoots him until both he and Pumpkinhead fall to the ground. Tracy, Bunt, and Chris then watch as Pumpkinhead bursts into flames. Later that night, the witch, who could conveniently put a body back into that fucking thing but couldn't dig him out, just wanted to point that out, buries Ed in the Pumpkinhead's grave, ready for the next person seeking revenge and still wearing the necklace his son Billy made.
What the hell was the necklace made of?
It was like a little,
Clay thing.
yeah.
I was just trying to figure out what it was, like a figure. Like what was it?
I
Was
don't
it
know.
a cross? I don't know.
It was just a man with a halo, and the halo was a way for the necklace to be attached. I don't fucking know. Kids do weird
I
stuff.
thought it was supposed to be Pumpkinhead.
True that. So this is my only gripe. I love the movie. I thought it was great. But I gripe at him, Joel, being like, I feel bad. I'm going to save these kids that murdered my boy. No, I'd be like, have fun, Pumpkinhead. I'm already damned to hell like this
Well,
fucking
you said
haggis
Joel.
bitch.
I think you mean Ed Harley.
Yeah, thank you.
Fucking
That's what I
haggis.
meant. But like, I would just really wouldn't have thought. I would have probably gotten a lawn chair and just watched in front of and like high-fived Pumpkinhead. Been like, yeah, man, good job. But that's just me. My vengeance is unwavering.
With my children, yeah.
Yeah, like my vengeance does not being like, I saw them being murdered. I'd be like, I can see through fucking Pumpkinhead's eyes. This is amazing. And I'm like 8 feet tall. These are my opinions. What are yours?
If you're asking me, I think the movie is perfect.
Exactly.
But I mean, I have complaints. I think it's just there's a lot of like the horror illogical things that happen in this film where it's like, why the fuck are they dirt biking just randomly before, you know, they are at the cabin 5 minutes away? Why did this woman just exist? Was Pumpkinhead around for before 1957? Like, just I have a lot of like the questions that.
Are you saying pumpkins can't be around before 1947?
Oh, they certainly can. Pumpkin writes.
There was an accident earlier. One of our friends hit a little boy with a motorcycle.
Where? At the fruit stand a couple of miles down the road.
Gosh almighty, Billy Harley.
You know?
No.
You heard about it?
I saw his palm, Mr. Harley, this afternoon. I took him somewhere.
Well, was his son okay?
I can't say for sure. But if that thing's hunting you, I suppose not.
Oh my God.
Your friends, where are they now?
They're dead.
All right, so now that we've gotten through the plot of said movie, and there's many a dog a-barking, we're going to our final segment of the show before we end it, and it is called Yay, Nay, or Slay. So, Jackie, I don't know if you're super familiar with the segment that you so named. Yay for a movie that you enjoy immensely, that you would watch again. Nay is like, meh, you're not really mad that you watched it, but it's not like your favorite. You have some major issues with it. Slay, you fucking think it's garbage and should light it on fire. I think I already know your answer, but what would you label this yay, nay, or slay?
Oh, motherfucker, this is all yay.
Good choice.
This movie I watch every single year on October 31st. It is my thing.
Have you shown your child this movie yet?
She watched some of it today.
Oh, yeah.
And she watched the part when Kim and Maggie, Tracy, Chris, and so-and-so are still locked away. But Joel and everybody, they're all in the house. And if you look out the window, you can see the actor who was playing Pumpkinhead just waiting for his cue to fucking walk. And she sat down with that. And I was like, look at the window. You can see that bitch right there. And she was like, oh my God, you really can. And then as soon as Kim starts to walk by and she grabs the butcher knife, then you see you hear the cicada music and everything else come alive. And she was like, oh, Mom, he's cool looking. And I'm like, he is. So it was a very prideful moment as a mother.
I love it. I want her to be a creep just like the rest of us. I agree. No, I think this movie is a yay. I give it a yay 100%. I definitely will add it to my it's definitely going to go on the list of like movies that I would love put on as background noise, which I did today while I was fiddling around with stuff at work. And I just find it really enjoyable. I'm excited to watch other sequels of it to see how obnoxious they are and how much bloodier they get.
Mm-hmm.
And, despite the fact that we live in a generation of reboots and remakes and all that stuff, I'm excited for the inevitable and in development remake just to see how gruesome they could make it. Because that was only like a minor gripe that I had, that I just wanted more blood. For such an epically cool monster that Stan Winston created, I wanted to see him like fucking rip someone in half. But that's just me.
I liked the simplicity of what he did.
No, I don't
like
have
that
a complaint about
he holds a rifle and stabs Joel with it because he's like, what the fuck is a gun? Like, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, he's a monster. He has no concept of like what these things are. I always love a little bit more gruesomeness. But this movie, like, knowing you, it definitely falls into like, I see no intestines, I see no pigs, everything is fine.
See, you get it now. You get it now.
Wait, are you a vegan?
No, she just doesn't like pigs.
No. Or intestines.
Like, remember that scene in Saw?
Which one?
Saw 3. Saw motherfucking 3. I'm still traumatized.
Where he falls in like a vat of intestines and pigs.
Oh, okay. So don't listen to Podcasts of Terror for 8 hours of Saw 1, 2, 3, and 4.
I was with her when she saw that scene, and I thought she was gonna die.
I'm pretty sure I did die, and then everything beyond that, it's just been a
You
dream.
legitimately dry heaved, but that's beside the point.
I'll never throw you in pig intestines.
Well, that's good.
Oh, see?
Dan, what do you think? Are you yay, naying, or slaying?
I thought long and hard about this.
Oh, God.
So for me, at first,
About 8 inches worth or what?
Oh, dear.
you know it. I was like kind of nay, but then I watched certain parts of the movie again, and I was really happy with like the quality of, I guess, the way that they filmed it. Like early on, they didn't really make it really Halloweeny, but when they jumped to like the town with the little hill people and the Pumpkinhead guy, they kind of make it more spooky-ish. So like, oh, this is pretty cool. And then I look into it, like now they have multiple, movies. There's what, 1, 2, and 3.
There's a bunch. There's a
So
lot.
I was like, I kind of do want to watch the second one.
For sure.
So I was like, I'll probably give this a yay because I'm gonna watch it again.
I'm impressed.
Before I watch the second one.
Nice.
And that's how I went.
Matthew.
I like pornography quite a bit. Is that not what we're talking about?
There are no tits in this movie?
Just the disapproval in Erika's eyes made everything worth it.
That's just my face.
It's kind of glad because wouldn't you be mad if all you saw was Haggis's tits?
Yeah, like that's the only tit.
Oh, fuck, I would be mad.
They'd be down past the belly button.
They will look 100% like ground beef and oatmeal.
I'm damned, and so are these tits.
They'd be some
Oh.
same hair that's on her head's coming out her nipple. Oh, it'd be bad.
That's fine. Them
fuck,
nipples is on fleek, girl.
Ooh. Ooh.
Shut up, Erika.
Get the fuck. Yay, nay, or slay this shit, because I'm done with you all.
So, okay. So this is not the first time I've seen this movie. First time I saw it, I remember strongly disliking it. The second time around, less. It's not quite a yay, but I will give it a nay.
Like a yay.
A yay.
A
yay. If Creed was in the soundtrack, then it would be a yay, but we're still a yay.
I can edit it together with the Creed song.
If you can think it's real. For sure, there's a
With
fan.
arms wide open.
There's for sure a fan video on YouTube
the sunlight.
of Pumpkinhead and Creed. For sure.
Oh, 100%. I would watch the second one, and I would certainly watch this again.
Then that's a yay, bitch. You don't even know the own fucking rules to your game. That's a yay then.
I was just going to say, but I'm not. This is literally, on the bottom of the list of things I might watch again.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, the fact that it's a contender for you to be like, I'm fucking bored, Pumpkinhead.
No. I would watch Simpsons. I would watch Simpsons reruns of seasons 13 through 30 before I would rewatch this.
Oh my god. Okay, so yay. We're
but
back to
still
yay.
watch it. You're
a
telling
yay.
me there's a chance.
Exactly.
That's
What's
what
all
I'm
this
hearing.
1 in a million talk?
Dear God.
I'll take it.
So there you have it. Eventually we got there. It's been a long-winded episode. We talked about a lot of shit. We have 3 yays and a yay. But yeah, this was our Halloween special. By the next time, you will hear us in 2 weeks. We are not weekly anymore because I'm fucking tired. And yeah, you get 2 episodes a month now. The next movie we will be covering, I believe, is Friday the 13th. So get prepped for that. But to close out the show, we are going to have Jackie read the poem in which Pumpkinhead is based off of. So take it away. Actually, T for timeout. Before you read the poem, do you have anything that you want to plug for the listeners where they can find you, social media, blah, blah, blah?
Oh, fuck yeah. I have a Hannibal-based podcast named Hannibalism. I have a pop culture podcast named Pop Apothecary. Hannibalism, you can find us and follow us on everywhere at Hannibalists. Pop Apothecary, you can find and follow us at Pop Apothecary. Me personally, if you're down to just, have a conversation with me and all this bullshit, JadedVader. That's where I'm at on the internet.
Boom. I'd like to take this moment to thank you for coming on said show, for subjecting you to Matt.
Thanks.
It's a hit or miss. He's one of those people that I have to warn other people before they meet him. So I'm glad it went.
Is it that? Am I that bad?
No, I just like to talk you up just in case. I would not introduce you to my conservative Christian friends. I'll tell you that right now when you're like, hey, look at my deformed nipple.
But here's the best part is that I went to 12 years of private schools.
So did I, and I'm a filth bag.
Same.
Me too, but
Same.
I'm fucking... I still JC and I kick it.
Fucking tight.
fucking tight. Let me see that Christian dick.
And on that note, Jackie, please give us the goddamn poem.
This is the original version from Ed Justin. Keep away from Pumpkinhead unless you're tired of living. His enemies are mostly dead. He's mean and unforgiven. Laugh at him and you're undone, but in some dreadful fashion, vengeance he considers fun, and plans it with a passion time will not erase or blot. A plot that he has brewin', it's when you think that he's forgot. He'll conjure your undoing, bolted doors and windows barred. Guard dogs prowling in the yard won't protect you in your bed. Nothing will from Pumpkinhead.
It'll pass, Ed Harley. Let it finish.
No, you gotta stop it.
It's what you wanted.
No, not like this. Not like this. I see it. This is wrong.
Nothing I can do. It's gotta run its course now. What did you think? It'd be easy, neat and clean and painless. You're a fool.
If you won't help me, if you don't help me, then I'll do it myself. I'll do it myself.
You'll fail, Ed Harley. You'll fail and you'll die, too.
Then I'll die.
And pay the final price all the sooner.
God damn you.
He already has, son. He already has.